Greetings, sim racing visitors! 'Tis the season to be spooky. Well, at least it should be around the time this video is released. And to celebrate the frivolous festivities, we decided to present you with a few scary combinations that you yourself can try on Automobilista 2. Reiza's simulation certainly isn't without its flaws, but it does offer a huge variety in content, which is perfect for such a horror show, I suppose. We promise this isn't a glorified post. Or is it? Spooky! First up, let's try a scenario that would frighten even the brave souls of motor racing. We're heading to the green hell for what I can only describe as the modern racing fan's dream, a modern racing driver's deep desire, and a race director's quivering nightmare. Modern Formula 1 at the Nordschleife. If you've ever sat in a car beating around the ring, you'll know the scares its twists and turns provide on any given day. So to take a prominent prototype to the Centennial Fortress and its 73 corners seems horrendously absurd. Sure, it didn't prevent Porsche from pushing its Le Mans machine about for the purposes of marketing, yet it was all alone. No competition, no array of incompetent tourists or Grand Prix superstars to be found. That in itself would be a spectacularly spooky scenario, but we could do more to ramp up the intensity. Thunderstorms, for example, are befitting of the Eifel region, as many NLS veterans will vouch for, yet whenever I think of the Nordschleife and modern F1 machinery, I tend to think of something even more bizarre, arguably a bit nerdy as well. Back in the days of F1 Challenge and R Factor 1, you could race the ring in the midst of a beautiful winter's day surrounded by white oak trees and blurry concrete. Heck, it's not even as if that has never happened before. Races like the 1985 Formula 3000 event or the second round of the 2005 NLS season had to be cancelled because of a frosty surprise.
There's thick snow all the way around the circuit, and the drivers are left to making snowmen and having a snowball fight to pass the time.
Wait, where's the snow? Oh! Automobilista 2 didn't have any snow, now did it? Let's just pretend I didn't write the script assuming that it did, because Project Cars 2 did feature snow, and as a plan B, we could run the Eifel Grand Prix at a Silent Hill-esque Nordschleife instead, with lots and lots and lots of PS1/N64 style fog. Still immensely spooky for my taste, even if that is for different reasons. To keep with the theme of Mother Nature's frightening fury, how about we turn back time and switch the modern Grand Prix lineup with a taste of vintage Formula racing? Games a la Grand Prix Legends remain, well, legendary, so it shouldn't be too surprising to see the thrill of classic open-wheel racing being an ever-present companion. Handling these beasts is far from an easy task, especially when wet weather comes into play. Low visibility only increases our heart rate and might lead to a scare or two. For the sake of ramping up the fear to 11, we've decided to recreate a 60s Grand Prix around the old Spa-Francorchamps. Younger fans might only be familiar with its modern variants, still immensely popular with drivers all across the globe. On the flip side, racing around the 14.1 kilometer layout has more in common with a mildly illegal joyride around your local village than a professionally run racing venue for world championship events. It reminds us of times when Jackie Stewart would crash into the Belgian scenery only to find a lack of an ambulance, or any form of professional medical assistance. A time when men were men, TM, or in the words of a cynical lesbian like me, f***ing pillocks. Thankfully, we can get a taste for this absurd period in motor racing without actually fearing for our livelihood. To continue the ludicrous adventures within Automobilista 2, what about oval racing? Reiza has implemented quite a few fitting cars over the years. If you adore mid to late 90s kart and don't fancy R Factor 1, AMS 1, or IndyCar Racing 2, AMS 2 might just be your beacon of hope. We're talking about the height of turbocharged monsters, only tamed by superstars like Alex Zanardi, Greg Moore, Jacques Villeneuve, Brian Herta, Michael Andretti, Paul Tracy, or Juan Pablo Montoya. Wicked machines running in excess of 400 kilometers an hour, pushing drivers closer and closer to what is humanly possible to take in terms of G-force. Racing these cars in any capacity would be scary enough as is, especially if we were to consider that not all the names I listed are still with us today or suffered severe consequences as part of the sport. We've chosen to recreate the 1995 Indy 500, though we could have picked any given kart AMS2 combo for what we'd like to focus on. As much as the game manages to entertain with its unlicensed detour into American open wheel history, its AI still seems to struggle with the concept of fair racecraft, particularly around super speedways such as Indianapolis. Then again, you could always cobble together a couple of friends and try recreating an Indy 500 online, though I'm not sure the results would be any more competent. I might speak from experience here.
Yeah, 3 wide. Someone crashed into me.
Damn it.
Thank you. Thank you. But is my car okay? My car might be okay.
Well, how about something completely different then?
Merp, merp.
Truck racing has been an asset of Automobilista for a long time. It's no surprise considering Reiza originally started out making games such as, well, Formula Truck. And personally, I'd already considered the prospect of racing these gargantuan cyclones disturbing. Then again, I suppose we can ramp up the levels of ailing anxiousness by putting them into the most bewildering of environments. Monaco, I mean the Azure Circuit. Azure Circuit. Copyright. Okay, but how can we make this even worse? Well, what about having the Formula trucks compete against rental carts? I promise this video isn't a shit. I blame Yannick for the idea, honestly. Possibly not as terrifying for those handling a truck, though I can only imagine the panic present for any of the kart racers out there, especially if things happen to go wrong. Extra points for all those in possession of a trusty VR headset. Shall we go for something a bit more pleasant? Still ludicrous, but possibly a bit more realistic than rental carts competing with your dad's lorry driving experiences. How many of you remember the Betonschleife? You know, this little appendage next to the green hell. It's been demolished for decades, though it's raceable in Automobilista 2 and provides what I can only describe as a wonderful coliseum for wheel-to-wheel duels. And what better machine could there be for such close-quarter action than these cars that totally don't resemble Formula Ford 1600s? We are right in the middle of Formula Ford season as well, with the Formula Ford Festival at Brands Hatch and the Walter Hayes Trophy at Silverstone being known classics of the autumn calendar. In case any of you would like to know what Brands Hatch Indy on steroids might feel like, taking these cigarette-shaped boxes around a concrete carnival of speed should work well enough. Formula Fords have been known for incredibly large fields as well, only increasing our ever-present on-track anxiety. You can even recreate more period-accurate racing thanks to these Formula Juniors. Similar idea, similar aesthetics, just as much fun around a circuit such as this, even though it looks a bit more retro, I'd say. Let's just try and ignore the lack of substantial safety features for fans and drivers alike. Do you know what you shouldn't ignore, though? That's right, our very own website, overtake.gg. What?
You can become a premium member on our website, overtake.gg.
It's not just about the daily news, forums, guides, and downloads. It's also a vibrant community. Premium members enjoy extra benefits such as an ad-free browsing experience, special community deals, discounts, and Overtake Turbo, which provides setups, coaching, and one free esports setup per month powered by Track Titan. There is also a racing club where you can race with great, fair people without worrying about your driver or safety rating.
And if you love unboxing sim racing gear just as we do, there's a premium member giveaway every month. You can win pedal sets, handbrakes, and nice steering wheels. Another cool feature are community reviews, so you can have a chance to contribute and share your opinion on not yet released hardware or games.
Have your voice heard and help shape the future of sim racing. Join as a premium member on overtake.gg for just €1 a month.
Can you tell I'm not a good saleswoman? Well, at least I can try and sell you on my final pitch for potentially concerning car racing ideas, though if I'm honest, I don't think you'll find it as frightening as, say, the ADAC. We're going all the way back to the Nürburgring Nordschleife. No Christmas carols, no Formula 1 machines, just a beautiful track, a hot summer's day, and a bunch of legendary touring cars. See, DTM used to race here from 1988 all the way up to 1993. Yes, I'm referring to that DTM, and yes, we're talking about the Green Hell. You can find a fitting livery pack on our website. There's a saleswoman for you. To improve upon the already present German touring cars in Automobilista 2, I know we could use modern GT3s to emulate the current state of DTM, yet I suggest you try the Group A boxes instead. They're flimsy, reactive, always on edge while literally flying over crests. An absolute blast for all those willing to tackle Germany's most legendary racing venue. Sorry, Hockenheim. Sorry, Norrisring. Sorry, Schleizer Dreieck. But what do you think? What other spooky scenarios could you try in AMS2? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, we'd highly appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And, as always, keep racing. Bye-bye!